The incredible work of stop-motion masters Ray Harryhausen, Will Vinton, and of course Willis O'Brien is what first got me into filmmaking as a kid. But instead of growing up to work for a place like Leica, I'm making nonsense cocktails. Hello! Today on Thirsty Thursday Toys, we've got an X Plus King Kong 1933 figure set and a drink that I'm calling the T-Rect. To make this cocktail, much like my previous King Kong monochrome drink, you'll need coconut milk and banana liqueur, but you'll also need some gold rum, lime juice, and strawberries. I wanted this one to be a little bigger, a little boozier, and a little bloodier. Start by muddling 2 to 3 strawberries in your glass. You'll definitely get some strawberry chunks with each sip, and the added sweetness can completely mask the flavor of the booze, so don't let that deceptive sweetness fool you into getting T-Rect. If that texture is going to bother you, then muddle the strawberries in your shaker to be strained out instead. Then, in your shaker with ice, add 2 ounces of a banana liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of gold rum, and then 2.5 ounces of coconut milk. Give it a good shake, then strain that into your glass, mixing it around with your strawberries. Garnish it with some mint if you'd like, and enjoy.
Cheers!
This is the Toys R Us Japan exclusive X Plus figure set of the 1933 King Kong and Tyrannosaurus. I don't remember the original retail cost, but the figures first came out around 2005 alongside the release of the Peter Jackson remake. The original figures were released individually, and were also re-released in an HMV exclusive set with a colorized paint deco. These ones here, like the originals, feature the black and white color scheme that we saw on screen. This set differs not only in the double packaging, but also in the sculpt for Kong. This one features a non-removable tree branch in his hand, like the one we saw in an early promotional image for the film, shoving it into the T-Rex's face, which we never actually got to see in the film. I believe the Tyrannosaurus figure remains the same as the original, and I really hope that's the case. I used to own the original, then sold it off, and I've regretted it ever since. I've been on the hunt off and on for a few years, so once I saw this set at G-Fest in 2022, I had to jump on it. If the single-release T-Rex is different, please don't tell me, because I might have to keep hunting that one down. These hollow figures feature the articulation that you'd expect from a vinyl figure. The Kong can rotate his arms at the shoulders, his legs at the hips, but that's kind of useless because they don't move in a way that allows him to sit down or anything, and he has full rotation in his neck. The Tyrannosaurus also features 5 points of articulation, but also needs some assembly. It comes with the tail and one leg separate, and they definitely need to be heated up to be attached, which is explained in a little insert page. I forgot how much of an absolute pain in the butt this was to do. There is enough give in both attachment points, and the plug is extra thick, so you may find that you've worn down some of the paint just trying to plug the darn pieces in. But once they're all popped in, you can rotate the legs most of the way around, both arms all the way around, and the tail all the way around. While the head and jaw are separate pieces, they are glued in place. An articulated jaw would be nice, but also not the most feasible for a vinyl figure. These ones aren't as dynamic as the Konami minifigures, but to me they're more screen accurate. And while they may not pop due to the grayscale, they're definitely not lacking in the appearance department. These things look good, both in terms of paint and sculpted detail. These figures are on the larger side, standing just over 8 inches apiece. Either the Kong is too big, or the Rex is too small, or I'm completely misremembering their scaling in the film. I want to say the original versions of these retailed for 3,500 yen a piece. I remember picking mine up on a deep discount from Hobbylink Japan back in 2009 for 50 bucks shipped for the pair. Definitely spent more than that on these two. These pop up every so often in varying condition. As of the recording of this video, there's a T-Rex on Mandarake for 4,000 yen, but it does have some damage, and that doesn't include the international shipping. They're not too rare, but don't be surprised if they cost you 50 to 100 bucks a piece, depending on the version, condition, and whether or not it comes with the packaging. It's an absolute shame that we haven't seen highly articulated versions of these. They're dying to be released as armature figures like the Atelier G1 kits. Maybe someday. In the meantime, I want to thank you so much for subscribing and liking and all those things that help grow the channel. Wish you good luck on your hunt, and remind you to please drink responsibly.